countdown is happening more than we think. Because I'm beginning to realize something. The cover pages are now all fairytale memories. We're now at the fourth, the Galuna Island, and the reveal of Gray's past. So I'm actually wondering, is it possible that all the cover pages are gonna be? Well, no, it's not. Wait, what I meant to say is, it is definitely so that every single cover page will be about every single arc up until now. What I'm trying to say or ask is, are you trying to say that the final cover page will be the final chapter of this arc? Then how many chapters is that? 13? That is not a lot. If Fairy Tale is meant to end that quickly, then we'll having trouble. Although it is rushing things. But hey, I'm not complaining. The rest of the world is. And to think I wanted to write on a guy's commentator calling me petty when I criticize another anime, I wanted to say, I'm gonna remember that comment once I see another Fairy Tale hater. Because yes, this is Fairy Tale 529, and it is revealed that the Lady Deer is indeed Anna Hartophilia. Also, for the first time, Christina actually proves itself to be a little useful. Also, Jalal and Ersa still had their very near cosmic moments. Only Wendy, unfortunately, the victim who's blocking this all. And it, even though they still cannot damage the Acnologia. After all, Acnologia's secret was just revealed. Uh, for the first time, Christina is showing that it's not just very useless. It turns out that, as we finally revealed, that it's indeed Anna Hartophilia. I don't know why, but she seems to look older, but at the same time not. It's not that surprising in the end that it was Anna. Of course, a lot of people are complaining, but hey, they always do. The more surprise is the fact that Wendy calls her Anna Sensei, and he subconsciously remembers that a very long time ago, Anna was their teacher, or at least that's what Anna tells them. It is also after all, it was Anna who knitted the scarf of Natsu, so we should no longer be surprised that it turns out that it was Anna who taught Natsu and the others to read and write. And once they the only reason why Natsu do not remember that is either because of a plot hole or for the fact that, well, he had no need to remember it. After all, he didn't remember Anna a single bit until he entered his memory, so that was a subconscious forgetting. So it was Anna who taught them to read and write, not the dragons. But as she hugs Wendy in a very sweet hug, she tells them that the reason why she is here is not because of a 400-year immortality. No, she actually came through the Eclipse Gate 2 400 years ago. Also, she drops some very strange hints here. She reveals herself. She says she is the ancestor of Lucy, as many have said. However, she also says, or so I would say. Are you trying to say that Anna Hartophilia is not related to Lucy after all? I mean, they look almost the same. So, or is she meaning anything else? Speaking of Lucy, we see Grey, Lucy, and Happy sitting on a bench as Lucy cannot stop her crying because she doesn't feel that it's right. The fact that Natsu has lived a normal life up until now is in the end still connected to a life. Elsewhere, the fight between Seraph is getting more and more dangerous as Seraph is continuing more and more losing his mind. And now Anna reveals a new plan that may be able to defeat Acnologia. And if that does indeed defeat Acnologia, I'm gonna feel it's a little bit boring and practical. But hey, Acnologia just revealed that all magic is useless against him. So in the end, this is the only way to defeat him. She reveals that she is quite a planner. 400 years ago, she came through the gate together with the dragon children in order to entrust the hope. The dragons entered the body of the dragon slayers in order to prevent them from becoming dragons and to get stronger since seeing that it was overflowing with magic. That plan was a success, and it was Seraph who built the gate, and it was Anna who opened it. However, the one who opened the entrance was Leila, while Anna opened the exit. I do not know exactly how she managed to communicate with them. However, in the end, you shouldn't try to logic time. Time cannot be explained. And the reason why the Dragon Slayers have all been all over the world is actually because there was some wrong with the gates, and everyone ended up in the wrong different places. I think that is connected to why Layla couldn't open the gate, because she did not have all the keys. If you think about it, it is said that Layla's stamina was drained from her since she did not have all the keys, and she used her own life force to also open the gate. I think that's the reason why all the Dragon Slayers was scattered. Anna did search for them, but when she saw that all the dragon children have gotten their own life, and she considered them pure things and decided to let them live their lives. But then, as she searched that, she found something unthinkable, something called this thing. And as she has investigated this thing, she realized it's a power of a universal law, very similar to the one they call fairy law. She calls that the time lapse, and it's the one and only thing, she says, that can defeat Acnologia once and for all. Because Acnologia is immortal in both time and against magic. So what can stop him? Time itself. The only way to seal him in time, and then to banish him to the absolute emptiness. I know this doesn't make sense at all, but try to follow with me. Try to follow with me as I'm trying to understand this myself. Time travel and time manipulation is something that is very not much explained in mangas or other things other than fairy tale. But if I translate it like this, it works like this. Seeing that Acnologia is immortal, if you can trap him through time, you can trap him through everywhere. I mean, I know what you're saying, but if all magic is useless before him, shouldn't time be the same? But no, it shouldn't, because time is a separate element. If you think about it, sealing Acnologia in time means actually that you can prevent him from doing anything else. And so, by doing that, they can banish him to an absolute emptiness, because in many mythology or in fantasy, there is said to be an emptiness in time, a time of limbo where there is no death and no living, the one and only place you can send someone who is completely immortal, like Acnologia. So that actually makes sense. Although, what I did say in the beginning, this is a little bit boring, because not the chapter, the fact that Acnologia is gonna be defeated that way, I feel a little bit boring. I was really hoping the Dragon Slayers were all gonna slay him, but alas, it seems in the end, the only thing that can stop Acnologia is time. Of course, he could break through that too. After all, this is Acnologia, and if he breaks through that and he then gets slayed by all the Dragon Slayers, oh, the hate is just gonna be so big. I'm just gonna scry a very big you to every single one. But alas, that's how it is in the mystery of Anna. Although, what did she say before? Or so I would say about her being the ancestor of Lucy. Are you telling me she's not related to Lucy after all? Who knows? But yeah, Fairytale is slowly heading toward its end. Sorry. I mean, it was confirmed that this arc was its final arc. And the Fairytale memories are counting it too. Yeah. It's a bittersweet moment. But I do feel it. It's not that many chapters left now. Yes, the question is how many? 20? Because things are now rushing. And after all, many mangas who have that problems are also rushing. But it truly is rushing forward now. As I said before, the only two real villains left are Seraph and Acnologia. And Seraph is losing his mind more and more and more through the Natsu fight. Meaning that this is the one moment he will be slayed. And Acnologia's weakness is to seal him through time, meaning that's what the other guys are gonna do. So yeah, things are really heading to end. Next chapter is called the Neo Eclipse, a new eclipse gate that's gonna stop Acnologia. Wonders though if it's gonna work. Yeah, and in the end, it turns out we will never see God Ankh-Saram. A disappointment, that too. I really wish we could see that God so we then could one-shot him. But alas, that won't happen. Instead, give me your thoughts if you have any.